Of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Don't get nervous. Set. Pilot, 64, weak, 5.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Eckler. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. And he will have a first down here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready. 60 outlaw. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
From the gun on third down. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
No, check that. We want Mike Chicken.
Wentz now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check. Go on. Come on, D.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Oh, what a move. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
49 the Mike. Watch 49. Come on, boy.
To throw is Wentz. And he's got his man on the comebacker. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. Here we go, let's bring it.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Broncos nothing.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Forty-nine, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Wentz. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, Steve, sit.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing now is Wentz. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
132 fighter.
On 2nd down, Eckler. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Off the play fake. Herbert. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half.
There he goes, right side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 17th touchdown now on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Open man here is Hamilton. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
13 more yards. That's another Broncos first down.
Here we go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Badgley able to knock this one through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Wentz. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is a counter play. Eckler. Now another. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, Herbert eluding the pressure right. And this one complete to Reed. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. 8.
Eight. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd and 10. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Come on, set. 10 2 stop.
All day, baby. All day.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us. Go, Mike.
Hey, Delta. Mike. 6.
Off play action. Herbert. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough.
There goes Melvin Gordon. 30, the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos cut into that lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels.
And now it's out.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Off the play fake. Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Wentz going to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
2nd and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. And caught by Henry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
Set. 60 or.
You remember me? You remember me?
Right. Now.
On the ground, it's Eckler. Uses the spin. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 8. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They started on the ground with Eckler. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. It's Eckler again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Set, 10 logo. Drop it. Ready.
A give. Eckler running to the right.
Under 10.
A gain of 3. 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going deep here for Allen. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, this is McCaffrey.
I got you, boy.
We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
56, right there, 56.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.